Good afternoon and welcome to the Midday News here on CNC3, and a special welcome to all our listeners on the TBC Radio Network. I'm Ryan Bachu. Top of the news this afternoon. 2 protesters and a social media personality who were arrested by police on Wednesday during a demonstration near the Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions were released on bail last night after being charged in connection with their conduct during the activity. CNC3 News has been unable to confirm the charges laid against the accused or the amount of bail. Alyssa Phillip and her mother, Camille Carrasquero, were arrested as they staged a demonstration outside the Sacred Heart RC Church, walking distance from the DPP's office on Richmond Street in Port of Spain. Phillip's arrest came after ACP of Northwest Sean Henry warned her and other protesters to stop chanting. Shortly before the protest began earlier that afternoon, Jason De Silva, a social media personality, was also arrested by Henry with help from officers of the Interagency Task Force at the corner of Sackville and Richmond Streets. Opposition leader Penelope Beckles is accusing the government of using the police to clamp down on public unrest, following the creation of 15 no-protest zones across the country. Speaking at a PNM meeting in Arouca last night, Beckles questioned whether Police Commissioner Alistair Guevara acted independently when he signed the order barring protests within 500 meters of locations including Parliament, the Prime Minister's office, the President's office, and the DPP's office. Beckles says the timing of the order raised concerns coming just after police moved against protesters in close proximity to the DPP's office during demonstrations linked to the Kaya Sealy matter. The opposition leader also questioned whether Prime Minister Kamla Persad-Bissessar had prior knowledge of the order before it was publicly explained by police, suggesting the move reflected a government fearful of growing public dissent. Soca artist Nyla Blackman is urging empathy and unity amid growing public controversy surrounding the Kaya Sealy matter. In a social media video, she said she felt overwhelmed by recent events and called for compassion from both citizens and national leaders, stressing the need for understanding and togetherness. Her comments come as public debate continues over the case involving Kaya Sealy, who is facing multiple charges linked to a deadly January 20th incident in St. Augustine. The situation has unfolded alongside heightened security measures, including the enforcement of 15 no-protest zones under SOE regulations. Police say demonstrations are still permitted, but not within 500 meters of key state buildings. Among the roles and responsibilities of a newly minted police unit will be addressing issues of protests outside embassies and high commissions. This is according to Police Commissioner Alistair Guevara. Guevara made the remarks earlier today during a launch of the Diplomatic Security Unit, a subset of the police special branch. Among the responsibilities, Guevara said, would be to respond to protests, conducting patrols around embassies, acting as security liaisons for visiting foreign security agencies and intelligence exchange. Guevara said he is confident the creation of the unit would be beneficial to enhancing the capacities of the TTPS and strengthening the cohesion of the police with international security counterparts. And Minister of Homeland Security Roger Alexander urged police officers to maintain their integrity in the face of challenges and difficulties in executing their duties. Thousands of commuters across Trinidad are expected to face severe transportation disruptions from maxi-taxi drivers on Monday. This was confirmed that they will proceed with a nationwide withdrawal of service following unsuccessful talks with government officials. Among the major concerns raised by maxi-taxi operators are the 65-kilometer speed limit, restriction on highways, increased priority bus route pass fees, competition from PH vehicles, and restrictions on access to cities and boroughs after hours. Secretary of the Maxi Taxi Association, Vikash Kisundat, said operators from 4 of the country's 5 major maxi taxi routes have committed to the industrial action, with school transport providers also backing the move. The shutdown is expected to begin on Monday and continue into the week unless authorities provide written commitments addressing the operators' concerns. Kisundat said the decision came after another meeting with ministry officials on Thursday failed to produce concrete results on several long-standing issues affecting this sector.
Well, we are going to down our equipment from this coming Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Now, if the ministry decides to come forward and find a way to meet with us and give us some sort of assurance be it a signature, be it something signed and stamped. With all these different issues that we have, prior to this, we would have to reach to this measure. But if not, we go full force.
He said operators had spent months trying to resolve the issues through formal channels, including regular advisory committee meetings with officials from the Ministry of Transport. According to Kisundat, operators believe they have exhausted all options available to them. Among the major concerns raised by maxi-taxi operators are the 65 km/h speed restriction on highways, increased PBR pass fees, competition from PH vehicles, and restrictions on access to cities and boroughs after hours. Asked about contingency plans for commuters, Kisundat said the action was intended to demonstrate the importance of the maxi-taxi industry to the country while acknowledging the inconvenience to commuters. Kisundat appealed for public understanding.
We love our customers. We know that they gave us our daily bread. However, something has to be done. We are putting this cost and this burden of the different issues we have for too far too long, and we hope that they understand and they shut down their tools as well. They should take some time off on Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday as well.
He said operators were now demanding tangible commitments from authorities rather than additional discussions. A 51-year-old Proman employee was shot and killed while driving along the Rivulet Road near the Point Lisas Industrial Estate yesterday afternoon. Police identified the victim as Ricardo Diaz, who was driving a black BYD SUV at the time of the incident. According to investigators, Diaz was driving near the National Energy Corporation, just west of the Brechin Castle traffic lights, when he was shot while inside his vehicle around 4:45 p.m. Police said Diaz was alone in the vehicle when the shooting occurred. Officers said Diaz sustained gunshot wounds to the torso and was found slumped in the driver's seat of the SUV. Investigators are yet to determine whether the vehicle was intercepted and Diaz shot at close range, or whether he was shot by an assailant or assailants from another moving vehicle. As Caribbean Airlines prepares to end the service to several Caribbean destinations on June 1st, the St. Kitts and Nevis government says it was not informed beforehand of the decision to cut flights to the island. Speaking at a tourism news conference yesterday in St. Kitts, Marsha Henderson, the island's Tourism, Civil Aviation and Urban Development Minister, said while the St. Kitts government remains committed to working with regional airline partners, no discussions were held with the government, and therefore no minimum revenue guarantee offer could be put on the table. However, as she sought to ease the concerns of stakeholders, Henderson said talks were underway to ensure that Trinidad and St. Kitts will remain connected.
We are in discussions, and I can't say with who as yet. We're promising discussions with one of our partners to service the route onwards to Trinidad. And I can tell you that without saying too much, it's not always what it appears. So much is being said about the cost of service in the route. There are other dynamics as well in the decision taken. Things above my pay grade.
Last Friday, CAL's line minister, Eli Zakur, announced the airline would end service to Dominica, St. Kitts, and service between Guyana and Suriname as part of a route optimization strategy. According to Zakur, flights to and from St. Kitts have incurred an overall loss of US $1.65 million as at April 2026. Stay with us here on the Midday News, because when we come back, we have some exciting sports news for you.
My parents' generation grew up with Royal Castle. From the first restaurant in 1968, when that distinctive, tempting aroma hit the air. Like never before, fried chicken with a special blend of local seasonings and a one-of-a-kind flavor down to the bone. Today, Royal Castle still have that same delicious taste, and I love it too. And the kids, they have more to enjoy. For me, the castle is more than just nice food. It's we own, part of me and you, and is the real flavor of TNT.
With the cold and flu lurking around every corner, keeping your immune system strong allows you to live the life that you want every day. Discover BioStrath Immune Health. BioStrath Immune Health is a unique plasmalized yeast product that enhances the absorption of essential micronutrients, ensuring that your body stays resilient. And now enriched with zinc, it is your go-to support for immunity. Staying vibrant and healthy just became a whole lot easier. BioStrath Immune Health. Get what you need naturally.
KC Ginger Mint, your trusted and natural wellness. Now with healthier options. KC Ginger Mint with honey and lime. KC Ginger Mint with orange and KC Ginger Mint with lemon. KC Ginger, honey, lemon, lime, and orange. Natural and trusted for generations for soothing sore throats and digestion and boost immunity. Get your new KC Candy Ginger Mint extended range today and breathe naturally.
Things don't always go as expected. Be ready with Trinry for auto, home, business and group life. Call us at 800-TRIN or visit trinry.com today. Huge insurance premium. Pay your premiums bit by bit with FlexiPay from Trinry. For more manageable auto, home and commercial insurance payments, call us at 800-TRIN or visit trinry.com today. Trinry. Premier insurance coverage for less.
My own personal motto is to show citizens of this country that our stories can be told in a professional and international standard. I want to show them that the journalism they consume on cable TV can also exist here. Each day, that's my focus, that's my drive, to show the stories of our communities, of our people, matter just as much as anywhere else in the world. That's why we are where you are. Welcome back in sport. It's exactly 2 weeks before the footballing world's attention turns to North America, but at least one nation is already sweating. Here's more.
With 14 days before the start of the most wonderful time of every 4 years, Neymar Jr. has suffered a setback, a grade 2 calf injury, which is likely to sideline the veteran forward for 2 to 3 weeks. Neymar's latest Brazil call-up came with great fanfare and excitement. Brazil's top scorer learned he was selected for a 4th World Cup on May 18th, 1 day after sustaining the injury on Santos duty in a 3-0 defeat to Coritiba. The 34-year-old is now expected to miss Seleção's warm-up friendlies against Panama and Egypt. His participation in Brazil's Group C opener against Morocco at New York, New Jersey Stadium on June 13th is now far from certain. Brazil will also play Haiti on June 19th and Scotland on the 24th to complete their group stage program. And in some trivia, Spain holds the World Cup record for the most successive penalties scored in games. That record stands at 14 from 1934 to 2006. Jose Iraragorri began the streak in 1934. It continued way into the 90s with Pep Guardiola and ended with David Villa in 2006. In fact, La Roja finally spurned a World Cup spot kick 76 years after first taking one at South Africa 2010. Villa himself guilty, stroking the ball wide against Honduras to deny himself a hat-trick. By contrast, the Iberians have lost 4 of their 5
It is now 13 days as our countdown continues. Let's take another break. We'll be right back.
Introducing Advancis Energy Vitamins. Advancis Energy Vitamins is designed to give you the extra push you need to power through your day. It's not just any multivitamin, packed with more than 20 vitamins and minerals with added ginseng and reinforced prebiotics. A unique synergistic formula that you will find nowhere else. To help you experience more sustained energy, feel more alive and alert to keep you going strong all day long. See the difference now with Advancis Energy Vitamins. Available at leading pharmacies and Pennywise nationwide.
Just got your CXC or CAPE results? Then start your degree today at CTS College and choose from many of our pathways in business management, business administration, human resource management, marketing, finance, management information systems, computer engineering, computing and information systems. Full and partial scholarships are available. CTS College, where education is beyond academics.
Dry, irritated skin can make everyday life uncomfortable. For those with eczema, psoriasis, or sensitive, damaged skin, Manuka Derm is made with medical-grade Manuka honey, not regular honey, known for its soothing and healing properties. It helps calm, protect, and support skin recovery. Suitable for dry skin, skin tears, excoriations, and minor superficial wounds and burns. Manuka Derm, powered by Manuka honey. Available at pharmacies nationwide.
Unfortunately, we're out of time, but we do thank you for joining us for a look at the day's developments so far. We'll have these stories and much more in our major newscast at 7 p.m. today. Until then, have a great Friday.
You're watching CNC3.
इतना शक मत करो।